Selamat datang di Berita Kilat dari Radio Tempur. UFC 264 yang baru saja berakhir akhir pekan kemarin masih jadi perbincangan hangat hingga sekarang ini. Atau malah hingga 1 minggu ke depan. Jelas saja, pasalnya pertandingan ini menyisakan banyak pertanyaan. Mulai dari penyebab patahnya kaki Conor McGregor, hingga masa depan Conor McGregor itu sendiri. Setelah pertandingan ini berakhir, tentu komentar yang paling ditunggu-tunggu adalah komentar dari mantan Raja UFC Lightweight, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Meskipun sejak Oktober 2020 lalu ia sudah mengumumkan pensiun, namun nama serta pendapatnya masih dipandang bernilai bagi seluruh fans MMA. Apalagi, Khabib adalah orang yang pernah mengalahkan 2 gladiator yang baru saja bertanding kemarin. MMA Junkie dan ESPN MMA baru saja mengadakan interview eksklusif bersama Khabib Nurmagomedov. Dan interview ini isinya daging semua. Di Berita Kilat kali ini, Radio Tempur akan membahas interview Khabib ini dengan kemasan yang lebih mudah dimengerti, dengan klip tambahan dan penjelasan tentang apa yang Khabib bicarakan. Dan tentunya dengan subtitle bahasa Indonesia. Tapi buat brother-brother semua yang lebih suka nonton interviewnya langsung, bisa klik link videonya yang sudah Radio Tempur sediakan di bio. Langsung saja ke berita pertama yang jadi thumbnail video ini. Insiden gila yang menimpa Conor benar-benar di luar dugaan. Tidak satu pun dari kita mengira akhir dari duel Dustin versus Conor akan berakhir seperti ini. Hingga sekarang masih banyak video-video YouTube yang membahas misteri penyebab patahnya tibia Conor. John Kavanagh yang menjadi pelatih utama McGregor pun masih tidak habis pikir dengan insiden ini. Dalam interviewnya, ia berkata, ketika melihatnya dengan MRI atau CAT scan, kelihatannya sempurna. Tapi mereka juga bilang ini seperti mendengarkan mesin. Alat yang canggih mungkin akan menemukan apa sebenarnya yang jadi penyebabnya. Tapi pertama-tama kaki Conor harus dibuka dulu, dan barulah akan ketahuan apa penyebabnya. Karena rasanya aneh jika seseorang yang masih muda, sehat, fit, bisa mematahkan kakinya seperti itu tanpa ada penyebab sebelumnya. Tapi pada akhirnya kita hanya bisa mengira-ngira saja. Dan atas komentar John Kavanagh ini, Khabib berkata,
This fight show us it's gonna be always there like something like superior, more powerful than we have, you know. And sometimes when people become like, oh, I'm do this, I can do this because of I'm smart, because I'm strong, like God gonna make you always humble. And you know, like I saw like yesterday or 2 days ago, I just saw his coach interview. He say, I don't understand how this happened. Like he's like strong young man and he broke his foot. Like I don't understand everything from God. You have to be humble. You know, when you become like rich, when you become strong, when you become famous, and then you think this is because of myself, God gonna make you humble, you know. And I really enjoy with this fight, honestly. I really enjoy. I'm very happy for Dustin Poirier. I think he deserves title shot, and I think right now he deserves to be UFC lightweight champion.
Dan gue suka banget dengan komentar Khabib ini. Kita manusia tidak bisa hanya mengandalkan diri kita sendiri. Apalagi, merasa apa yang kita capai selama ini adalah karena keberhasilan kita sendiri. Semua itu adalah pemberian dari Tuhan. Dan ucapan Khabib ini tidak hanya berlaku di MMA saja, tapi juga dalam segala hal. Selalu andalkan Tuhan dalam setiap pekerjaan kita. Nah, setelah bahas yang bijak-bijak, sekarang baru kita masuk ke bahasan yang teknis. Dan pertanyaan pertama, tentu saja, komentar Khabib atas pertandingan Dustin versus Conor.
I think like one more time Dustin show us he is on another level than Conor right now. Because of hungry, because of focus, because of this sport doesn't matter. This sport don't care about who you are. This sport care about only hard work. You know, if you want to be on top, you have to train always, not only in training camp when UFC give you fight. No, you have to train always because this sport have a lot of lions. You know, very hungry. He's not old like if he was like Tony Ferguson. Or these guys like they good, but they old. You know, right now for this division. Right now, like Dustin Poirier is like 32. He learned a lot. Even if he lose to me, I think from this lose he learned. After Conor fight, he learned. You know, and right now I think he's prime time.
Kemudian pertanyaan kedua adalah komentar Khabib atas ucapan Conor dalam interviewnya bersama Stephen A. Smith.
Where's he gone, Bo? Where's he now?
He's retired.
Yeah, well, boy, he went sprinting. He's gone. Shit, his jocks came fat and is riding off. He done nothing in the sport. All he done in the sport.
I think he tried to. It was fake, Conor. It's my opinion, because like a couple months ago we see how he was nice. Now he tried to be like, you know, it's like it's look like fake. You know, that's why this trash talk don't work on Dustin Poirier, I think. And my opinion, it was his big mistake. He lose so much energy. He lose so much energy because he tried to go under his skin. Don't focus on your opponent. Why you have to focus on him? Just focus on yourself. This is just only his opinion, but what about other millions of people? What we gonna do with these opinions? Like, people know who is who. I was UFC champion. I defend my title 3 times. You know, I never lose fights. I never lose rounds. And how I did with Conor, Justin, Dustin, these all killers. These guys was on prime time when I fight with them. Conor 3 years ago, it was his prime time. And after what happened in Brooklyn to October, he have almost 6 months, and he was preparing very good. And they know they're gonna compete with someone who all his life training, who wrestling with the beers, like who never stop, who gonna put pressure on you. He was training all 6 months. And you know, when I fight with Dustin Poirier, he was interim champion. He was best. When I fought with Justin Gaethje, he was interim champion. He was the best. It was the prime time, and I think nobody can say nothing about my career. I don't think like 13-0 in UFC. I fight with absolutely best guys, and I don't care about this. Just let people judge, you know.
Pertanyaan selanjutnya, Brett Okamoto mengajak Khabib untuk menengok kembali interviewnya di tahun 2018 silam, di mana saat itu Khabib berkata bahwa ia tidak akan pernah mengampuni Conor. Brett bertanya apakah Khabib masih memiliki perasaan yang sama setelah 3 tahun berlalu.
I'm thinking about this. Of course, even this fight finish, like not everything is finished, because like just smash people, it's not enough. You know, I talk about just smash only him, it's not enough. We have to smash always team. You know, this is what I think before the fight. This is what I say my team. Hey, tonight we're going to war. This is not about like fight, like something like this. And it's never been finished, never, ever. And even if we see somewhere, we're gonna fight 100%. Doesn't matter, someone go jail or something like this. I don't care about this, nothing. We have a lot of hate on this world, you know. I don't wanna give people bad energy. If something happen, it's gonna be happy, you know. I don't like to talk people with, oh, if I'm gonna see this guy, if I'm gonna like see other guy, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, who's gonna talk, who never gonna do this? You know, it's like it's gonna be like, we don't know what situation is gonna be. Maybe we're gonna be alone, or maybe it's gonna be like 200 camera around, like a lot of security. You never know, you know. But I really don't like this, you know. Like fame and money show who you are, you know. All the time we hear about like money and the fame change people. No, when money and fame come, these two things show who you are, you know. And like what he did, like he punched old guy. Like, you guys can watch everything what this guy did, and you guys understand. Like Dustin said, this guy is like bag of shit, you know. This is same opinion. And all the time when people like, I saw like a lot of tweets, they try to support him. Like, how you gonna support this guy? like when kids, like young generation people watch on him, like watch on this sport, and you doing okay. If you wanna promote your fight, or promote, but don't talk about father, I'm gonna kill you, or about wife. Like you cannot talk about this. You know, it's like if community like MMA community gonna support like this bad people, this sport gonna go like you know, like on bad way. You know, this is mixed martial arts. First of all, respect. You know, okay. I don't want to say about nothing about trash talk or something, like some people doing like they own trash talk and they try to promote their fight. Okay, like some trash talk I support, but we have always like we have to know like you cannot go family, wife, father, religion. Like this is not promote fights. Like this is like little bit dangerous.
Selanjutnya Brett Okamoto bertanya tentang perdebatan yang sedang hangat-hangatnya saat ini, yaitu andaikan tibia Conor tidak patah, kira-kira apa yang akan terjadi di ronde kedua? Radio Tempur sudah menyampaikan pendapat sendiri di postingan sebelumnya. Dan ini dia pendapat dari Khabib.
He have chance like second fight Abu Dhabi here, like nothing happened. What is gonna happen? Like I don't think something gonna happen. Like what he can like judges give for Dustin Poirier like 10-8. He like maul him on this round, and I don't think like I think if they fight 100 times, like Dustin gonna beat him 100 times. It's my opinion.
Pertanyaan selanjutnya mengenai masa depan Conor. Sebelumnya Khabib pernah memprediksi masa depan rival lamanya, Tony Ferguson, di mana Tony tidak akan pernah sama lagi. Yang mana terbukti dalam kekalahannya melawan juara UFC Lightweight saat ini, Charles Oliveira, dan ranking 3 UFC Lightweight, Beneil Dariush.
When I told you about Tony Ferguson, he never gonna be same. How many fights he lose? 2 fights.
He lost 2 sets.
He fight with Beneil, he fight with Charles, and these guys make him look like amateur. This is not my opinion. This is what history show us. When you take like this damage, you're never gonna be same. Never ever. Okay, if we talk about Conor, okay, like last couple years he's not hungry, and now what happened with his legs? Like never ever, never people come back. And never gonna be people on the same prime twice. Prime come only one time. You're gonna be on prime. After that, you're gonna go down. It depends you fight with who. If you're gonna fight with Cowboy Cerrone, you're gonna look good. You're gonna be like lion. But if you're gonna fight like guys who on the top, who really best in the world, like Dustin Poirier, like this fight gonna show your level. You know, okay, fight with Cowboy or like these fights, be lion and that's it, make money. This is smart. But if you wanna become champion, if you wanna fight like Beneil, Islam, Charles, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, these guys lions, you know. These guys gonna show your level and what happened with him.
Oliveira. Dengan kemenangan spektakuler Dustin atas Conor, fans MMA sudah langsung menganggap Dustin seolah-olah juara UFC Lightweight sungguhan, yang secara tidak langsung menghina dan meremehkan raja UFC Lightweight yang sebenarnya. Tidak hanya fans, namun Khabib pun mendoakan agar Dustin bisa mendapatkan sabuk juara yang diimpikannya itu di akhir tahun ini. Tapi, gimana kalau plot twist terjadi? Di mana Charles Oliveira berhasil mempertahankan gelarnya dari Poirier, atau bahkan mengalahkan penerus Khabib, Islam Makhachev. Apakah Khabib akan kembali?
I'm gonna say at that time it was Khabib time. Now Charles time.
You would.
I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna just jump to the media and say, oh, I'm gonna come back fight with this guy. This is not interesting for me. It's his time. I'm gonna be happy for him. You know, it's like I'm gonna send congratulations, Charles. You're doing a very good job. Like he have right now 8-win streak. 8-win streak. He beat a lot of good guys. Most of them he finished them. You know, it's like he's good. He's very impressive. Like I think like when he was losing at that time, like you know, back in the days in UFC, I think it was not his prime mentally time. Maybe like a lot of fighters they have different like physically and mentally here. When they 27 or when they 23, they mentally maybe here but physically here. Time.
Dan terakhir pertanyaan dan jawaban Habib White tetap mengharapkan Habib bisa kembali. Dan yang selalu menjadi senjata utamanya adalah menggunakan harapan almarhum ayahnya. Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov berharap Habib pensiun di angka 30-0, di mana lawan yang almarhum ayahnya inginkan adalah antara rival lamanya Tony Ferguson atau sang legenda George St. Pierre. Dan inilah jawaban dari Habib.
No, this is not mean like he want like I think he say like it's look good like like 30 like something like this, and he mentioned like Tony Ferguson, George St. Pierre fights like this. After what happened, a lot of things changed. I don't want to talk about everything. A lot of things change, and for me it's like 30 29 or 15, like it's nothing. For me, just like I fight and I show the world. Like from nowhere I come here and take over everything. At that moment I was number one pound for pound fighter. This is nobody can say nothing. It was not John Jones who fight very close fights with all these light heavyweights. Like these guys, like he show versus them like very bad performance and everything what happened with doping, like everything. But what about me? I was maul everybody, and at that moment, 24th October 2020, I was on the top.
Demikian berita kilat kali ini. Sampai bertemu di video selanjutnya. Terima kasih.